needed validation from like my circle and my community to be like, it's okay to just like do what you want and figure it out. And at that point I was like pretty entrenched into the creative community in Chicago. I was like throwing shows regularly. Like I had a monthly showcase that I would do with a lot of like super dope artists and visual artists. And then I'd also like at that point kind of like was starting my company, which was like January, February 2018. Like I hit the ground running pretty much. By March, I had already like figured out that I didn't want to do that other company. And then I had also started like the ideas of what my company would be. And I initially, I was like, I actually just skipped a whole part of the story, but a friend of mine used to host a podcast, and he used to interview like creatives and like, attorneys, artists, all types of people in the creative industry in Chicago. And I used to go to that all the time, and she would just like, there was two of them, and she would just let me sit in the corner and like listen and talk to people and learn about like the different roles in the industry. And I was helping one of my friends with like his taxes and his bookkeeping, and a manager came in who managed like a pretty prominent artist, was like, saying, yeah, we're looking for a new business manager, blah blah blah. And my friend who I was helping was like, oh, you're looking for a business manager? Eddie's a good business manager. You should talk to him. I had no idea what a business manager did. I was not a business manager. I was just doing my friend's taxes like on the side. And he looks at me and he's like, you're a business manager? And I was like, yeah. I'm a business manager. For sure. And then he's like, okay, cool. Come to my office tomorrow. Let's talk. I want to see what you do. And I was like, oh, okay. And this was like 8 p.m. I got home that night and I was like, what is a business manager? What do they do? And I found like, then I was like, all right, who are the top 100 business managers in America? And then I like emailed like 70 business managers that night, and then spent the whole next morning, like calling them and just being like, what do you guys do? What do you guys charge? What are your services? And I spoke to like, out of like the 70 that I called, I like cold call a bunch. Out of the 70 that I cold called, like 3 people answered and gave me a bunch of advice. And I like pretended that I was like, I just pretended that I knew what I was doing, and I was just like comparing notes with people, but I had no idea what I was doing. So then I made a deck like on the spot with like my services and like what I do and what I charge. And then I went to this meeting with this guy, and I was like, yeah, like this is what I do, this is what I can charge, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, okay, cool, I like you. He's like, yeah, come back tomorrow. I need your help with some stuff. I need your help with this artist. Can you help me? I was like, yeah, for sure. I went home, then I called my friend who owned a tax firm, and I was like, hey, I need you to start this company with me. We're going to start a business management company. We're going to be 50-50 partners. I need you to handle all the back end, all the accounting. I will do account management and sales and bring in clients, and we'll do that, and we'll be 50-50 partners. And he's like, okay, cool. And I just that's how we started our company. Initially.
Okay, initially I was like, are there any bumps? Because I was like, that is the smoothest like origin. You know how there's what is the how it's built, the like NPR podcast? I'm like, that was a really smooth story. Yeah, I'm like, give us some bumps.
Oh, there was hella bumps. I mean, before I got there, there was this book called Essentialism, but the Disciplined Pursuit of Less that I read. That like really helped me get to that point, because I had to like let go of what I thought I wanted, which was working at that startup. And I read that book, and that book basically teaches you about making decisions and choices and opportunities, figuring out what the right opportunities are for you. And I read that book, and that book really, because I was actually in like a pretty like tough spot mentally, because before I like did this, I didn't know where I was going to go. I just like quit my job. I didn't tell my mom I'd quit my job at first, because like I tried to tell her I'd quit, but I told her I was about to quit my job, but I'd actually already quit. And she was like, if you quit your job, like don't even call me, don't talk to me, like you are dumb as hell. Like I got chewed out. And I was like, fuck, I already quit.
Oh, was it worth it?
100%.
She talked to you. She talks to you, right?
Yeah, okay. She can see that I'm happier. Okay. But yeah, so I me and my friend started this company, and the person that I was like talking to, didn't give me the client. I didn't get the client, but I got something more important from that. I got a friendship and a mentor out of it. He liked my energy and like how hardworking I was. That he was just like, come by the office tomorrow. And then I came by, and he was like, come by tomorrow. And then I remember like the first thing he had me do was like literally prepare a flight itinerary for his artist and their band to go to London, Japan, and Korea on tour, in Australia. And I literally had to like get everyone's flight info, get the flight itinerary, and basically make like organized sheets for them to know where to go, know where their flight is, know where their seats are, and just like very like admin work. And I was just doing it for free because someone was giving me an opportunity to do something.
Yeah.
But I thought like we were gonna like, I had a really good ear for talent, so I could kind of tell like which artists in the city were bubbling and gonna become like the next big thing. And I tried to find a way to get close to them in the sense of like, how can I add value to their teams? How can I sell my services to them? And the person who I met who didn't hire me ended up referring me to a client who we helped with like their taxes and helped them set up their LLC and a lot of like things that a business manager does, which was like, that was our first check. That person helped me set it up. I think our first like check was like $150 like payment that we received, and it was like 3 months in. We didn't make a single dollar for like 3 months, by the way. Like I was just like out chasing clients. We didn't make a single dollar for 3 months.
How did you survive? Did you have like savings?
My savings from my old job, my 401k from my old job was liquidated.